You currently have a toolbox, and this toolbox is very structured. It's very grounded. It's something that could have been passed down to you from your family. This could be generational or ancestral, and you could resonate with this feeling of the pressure or the obligation of your lineage. This could be the feeling of responsibility and the feeling of taking on the burden or taking on the weight of what has come before you. So, what has been passed down to you over time. And the thing with this toolbox is the tools have changed because this is your life and this is your reality. And so the tools in the toolbox, the ones that came from those before you, they don't work. They're not functional. A lot of these tools are very old, they're very outdated, they're rusty, they're heavy. There's an element to this toolbox in which you feel like there are so many tools available to you, but none of them really fit the life that you're trying to build. None of them really fit what you're trying to fashion out of your experience right now. We have the Magician at the back of the deck, which speaks a lot to your ability to garner resources. This is your ability with your own talents, with your own prowess, with your own intellect. This feels like what you have gained from your own travels or journeys. This could be through conversations you've had, like perspective that you've gained, wisdom that you've gained from others. This could be things that have been passed down to you, such as lessons that you've learned, both in the practical world, so maybe the way that you walk through life. I'm thinking about being taught how to save money or the best way to like pay your bills, or maybe you were taught how to do practical things like, if there's something up with your car, like knowing how to change like the filters in your car, like the air filter, the engine filter, or you change your own oil. This could also be the significance of skills like, I'm kind of thinking of like cooking, cleaning, but I'm also thinking of skills like maybe how to do things like electrically, or you could be someone who is very skilled in general, kind of like a jack of all trades. The feeling here with the Magician is that you have the power to create something really, really beautiful for yourself in whatever area of your life that is. If you are creating a business, you have the ideas, you have the drive, you have the ambition to create what you want out of that experience. If this is in a community, you have the experience from previous connections that you've had, you have the wisdom of learning from others. So it kind of feels like you are essentially in this really specific time of your life where I feel like your guides are encouraging you to just create, to just try things, to remember what you've learned and apply it to your life. And it also feels like with this energy of the Magician that you're more powerful than you think you are, or you're more powerful than you realize. And maybe there's been some doubt coming up about what you're actually capable of doing. You might resonate with feeling like a younger version of yourself, or like an inexperienced version of yourself, even though you know based on your journey so far that you've overcome a lot, you've taken care of a lot of things that have allowed you to feel more confident in yourself, that have allowed you to feel like your energy is more responsible or mature. And so I think that there's something about needing to be reminded that you're so powerful, and that this time of your life is actually such a beautiful test almost, in which it's not that you need to pass the test exactly, but it's more so that you're being tested and challenged to see if you can actually like embody the things that you've been learning, or if you can step into your higher self. And we have the Two of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. So I think earth energy is really significant here. You could be an earth sign, or we are about to have the full moon in Capricorn. So there may be an energy right now around structure and authority, and those themes being significant in your life. There could also be some themes around how you nurture yourself and how you nurture your environment to grow. This could also be a reminder that your environment and your physical body, right? Like your physical experience is just as important as the spiritual, just as important as the energetic. And for you to feel powerful and to feel autonomous, or to feel in flow with your power, it's important to ground yourself. It's important to go back to the basics of the way that you choose to take care of yourself or take care of your home. This could be like decluttering your space. You could donate a bunch of clothes just to kind of like make room for things. You could cook yourself like a really nice meal. You could do like a really luxurious nighttime routine. This could also be things that are very grounding to you. So spending time outside in nature, planting your feet in the grass or the soil. If you have any crystals, you could work with crystals. You could work with the elements. Maybe you light a candle, maybe you take a bath, maybe you stand outside, let the wind like blow through your hair, run around. Like it just kind of feels like coming back to the earth. For some reason I was getting coming back earth side and tapping into this grounding energy so that you can actually create from there, which also leads me to the Page, which is the energy of the observer, the student, the one who wants to learn. I think there's a quality to you right now where you feel comfortable being new to things, or you feel comfortable asking questions and getting curious, which is really important for your process, I feel. And with the Two of Cups, I'm actually taking this more as a connection to yourself. So this could be the fusion of your divine feminine and masculine energies together. This could be the energy of balancing out the aspects of yourself that have felt kind of scattered or maybe just not as congruous. It also feels like the connection between you and your higher self. So this could be you receiving messages from your higher self. You could also resonate with like talking to yourself or journaling or talking in like second person to yourself. You could resonate with receiving spiritual downloads at this time, like more than usual, or you feel more connected to yourself in a spiritual way. Like as much as there is this grounding energy, which I think is kind of like this foundation for you, there's also this tether that you have to the spiritual realm, which is what I feel like allows you to integrate that higher level knowledge. So like the intuitive stuff, okay, the woo-woo stuff, the spiritual stuff, taking the knowledge and the wisdom and the experiences from that and grounding it into the physical in order for you to then create whatever it is that you're trying to create at this time. So I hope that message resonated with you. Let me know if it did, and I love you guys.